everyone, this is Jean. Got a few things to show you today. The first thing is some happy mail that I received from Marsha at CC Creations because I entered one of her little competitions. So I got a nice little card and a little packet of embellishments which I haven't taken out of the packet because I wanted you to see the packet. Some stamps, some stickers, and a lovely tag that she'd made. So thank you very much, Marsha. It's really unexpected. Thank you. The second thing I want to show you is related to my project for this week. I am in the process of making an altered book. I'm not videoing it because I'm enjoying making something without having to worry about the video. I am following a series of projects and videos from Laurie Marie Jenkins, and I was introduced to this by Nina Salisbury. And this is one of the pages that I have done. Now it uses scraps of paper to make flowers, and the scraps of paper come from a gardening magazine. So it is a recycled project, and I do something very similar in the project I'm going to show you today, so I will show you how this is actually done in today's project. As I close the book, you'll see a quick flip of one of the other pages. I'm not going to show you anymore, but when I finish the book I will do a whole flip through of the altered book. And I'll leave a link to Laurie Marie's channel in the description box below. So I start by creating a background by sticking down lots of bits of scrap paper, music paper, little bits of scrapbooking paper, and book pages. Sticking them down with Mod Podge. And then I've got some acrylic paint, it's like a pink colour, and I'm just added a little bit of water, and then I'm scraping that down over the whole page with a credit card, gift card. And I do the same thing with some paler pink. I'm just adding a little bit more here, just to tone it down a little bit. And then I make a mistake and I use yellow, so I've just rubbed off most of it here. I've left a little bit. Here I'm using a stencil. This is the most open stencil I've got, to add some white gesso. Again, this is to tone it down. And so I add this in various places on the page. These are all techniques that Laurie Marie uses on her pages. So I've learned a lot of new techniques as well as how to do an altered book. So that's as much of the white gesso. Now this is the flowers, and I've got a piece of deli paper here, and I'm drawing just a rough circle and then a spiral, and then doubling back on the spiral so that I've got a piece drawn that can be cut out. Now this isn't very clear, but you will see it more clearly later. I did go over it in a darker pen. So here I'm using security envelopes again, can't get away from those, to tear out little pieces of paper. So I use lots of different security envelopes, all blue, and here I'm sticking them down, starting from the middle, sticking them down with Mod Podge and working my way out to the outside of the rose. And you can see the rose drawn more clearly there. I'm sticking on the back of the paper. I'm not worrying at all about where the pieces are going, just a random piece. And there's the back of the paper, and this is where I'm going to cut. You can see I'm cutting out the spiral. and the piece that I cut out I will abandon, and the bit that's left is going to form the rose. And it's a bit fiddly, but it's okay. So there are two roses. The one on the right is the one I quite like. The one on the left, I think I cut out too wide a spiral. So I made some more, and I'm sticking down the first one here, just using Mod Podge, Mod Podging over the top of it. Then I'm using my Stabilo. Again, Laurie Marie uses a lot of Stabilo, and I like it as well, just to go around and smudge around all the edges, the inside edges and the outside edges. And then when I've done that, I go around with a Sharpie just to mark the shape of the rose. So I've added all my roses now, and I've drawn some stems, and here I'm just doing some background stamping with an indigo blue texture stamp. Off camera I did turn the page down a bit with some grey and did some grey splatters. I decided I need some leaves, so I actually find some security envelopes which have got green on them, so I used some green and grey to make some leaves. These are my words. I just printed these out on one of those little machines that will print your message. And then they're a bit white, so I colour them in with some distress ink. Can't remember the colour, it might be antique paper or something like that. Then I draw around the outside with a football pen, I think it is. And here I am sticking on the leaves. And again, I stabilo them and outline them the same way that I did with the flowers. And I think the finished product is coming up, so I'll say thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and click that little bell if you want notifications of future videos. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.